I did it better than you.
Yeah,
you got scared.
I didn't get scared.
Ed's real scared today. Hey guys, welcome to GameSoup. This is Infernal Racket Devlog number 10. My name's... fuck. Alright, start over.
It's the final devlog. This is Infernal Racket, aka Glassbreaker. Welcome to GameSoup. My name is Ed.
My name's Joe, and this is Devlog number 10. We're going gold.
Yay!
The game is ready for release now. We're doing a few small tweaks, but before we get started, we want to talk about something real important with you guys. It's called marketing. We spent a year making this game, so, you know, we want to put it out there. So, if you guys know any YouTube channels, Twitch streamers, blogs, or anything like that, anybody that we could contact who might be willing to give us a review or give our game a look, particularly channels we might not know about, things that are more obscure but that still have a reasonable following, leave your list in the comments below and we will be sure to check them out.
Thanks in advance, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
All right, let's play this fast.
So this is it. It's hard to believe that the last devlog must have been, what, months ago, right?
Yeah, it was called Almost Finished or Finished Essentially, something like that.
Yeah,
that was a lie. That turned out to be a lie.
No, that's the thing though. It was actually true.
Oh,
it was actually true. It was actually almost done, but then it just wasn't. You know, one of those things where you think it's almost done, that it is almost done, but then you end up having to do several more months of work. Yeah. That's kind of just how this whole process has been.
Yeah, this last month has been kind of rough, especially for me. I haven't had as much time as I usually have to work on the game.
Right.
But we are back in full force, and we finished the game.
Oh, Ghost. So what's changed since last time? I know we always say this. The answer is everything. The game has a name now. It's called Infernal Racket. It is on Steam. I will post the Steam link directly below this video in the description. Check it out. We have a trailer that I'm very proud of.
Yeah, Ed did a really good job on the trailer.
I think you'll like it. Oh my god, dude. Dude, you're crazy. I still can't Ghost Run. I still can't. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die.
It's fine.
You just leveled up twice in the first level of the game. So, okay, so there's a Steam page. Link in the description. I already mentioned that.
I want to kill these statues.
You're nuts, dude. Right off the bat, before we get into anything else, I need to thank all the developers, all the testers. Oh my god, dude! You're all the testers that we've had for the game so far, which have been countless testers who have generously offered their time and patience to give us feedback on the game, give us bug reports, all that stuff. We couldn't have done this on our own, and just the two of us. I mean, it took a year just between the two of us to develop, which, you know, for any competent developer might have taken only half the time. But we've
been working on it maybe part-time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And, you know, we're getting better at Construct too. But, you know, when we first started this project, this was like, this was uncharted territory. So, anyway, the point of that was to say thank you to all the testers, anybody who spent any amount of time playing the game or watching the devlogs or checking it out. Also, I need to plug this. We have a Patreon. If you want to support us on the Patreon, you can do that. And if the game looks fun, you could just buy that, and that would support us too. I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
It'll be out mid-October.
Oh yeah, we
don't have an exact release date yet.
Yeah, so the game is actually, it does have a Steam page. The Steam page is live, but you cannot buy the game yet. We are going to release, yeah, probably mid-October, if all goes according to plan, all goes according to Keikaku, which means plan. It will be, it will be out, yeah, hopefully before the 15th or around the 15th.
What do we want here? I'll take a Raider.
That would be nice. Yeah, you always skip that now, the upgrades. I always do it too. So what's changed? Oh god, I don't know where to start.
We had a title. We have title screen art. There's ending art now. The game has a little bit more coherent ending.
Oh yeah, proper ending, and a proper last level, sort of.
Yeah, the last level has been edited, which hopefully we will. Should we spoil what the last level looks like?
You know, we didn't do it before. I remember specifically not wanting to.
Okay, so you're not going to get to see the last level if I get to it, which I probably will.
You're really good at this game.
I'm doing kind of a score run here. This is not a very good survival run. If you want to survive in the game and you're new to the game, you probably want to take more health power-ups, but I've been taking a lot of aggressive power-ups.
You know, we should have looked in the file to see what we actually changed. But I mean, pretty much everything. At this point, when it was done essentially in the last devlog, we've just been polishing the same things. I finished all the music. I've been continuously polishing the music and the sound effects. And of course we made the trailer, so that took a little bit of time. Oh, and also the Steam process, man.
Oh yeah,
That's
we
been
can talk about
interesting.
that.
I'm not sure how much I can actually talk about. There's some form of NDA involved.
You're right.
with
Okay,
it.
yeah, don't actually talk about that.
But yeah, I mean that's a learning process in its own. You know, you have to learn how to work with them and you know, set your game up. So
Well, we got approved.
Yeah, we did. I was happy. Yeah, we got approved. I mean, not that you have to get approved for Steam Direct now. You just pay $100, I think it is.
Yeah.
But you know, you have to submit your build, and it has to be reviewed, and you know, they want to make sure you're not shelling out bad rats or somebody else's game, God forbid, or good games. So we're almost there. You play so differently than me.
I'm just ghost running. I don't always ghost run, but
all the upgrades have been buffed. All the flavor text has been proofread, and it's all looking really good. If we find any bugs, I'll be sad, except for the very few that I know about. Within the next couple days or so, I'm going to be still uploading new builds, new builds of the game.
yeah, we're gonna have
even
one
though
final build for Steam for the release build. But the game it's basically ready for release right now. Not basically, it is ready for release. We could release this version of the game today if we wanted to, but we're gonna clean it up a little bit more because we have a couple weeks to do that. So
you know, I read some statistic. I don't remember where I read this, but any like
just go. Yeah, just go.
Sure. Any AAA title, like an open world exploration style game, Skyrim, or I guess even like the Fallout games, have, when they're, you know, ready for bug fixing, have somewhere between 7,000 and 10,000 bugs. That made me feel a whole lot better. Because I would say that 80% of our work on this game was bug fixing, bug testing.
Probably more than that.
Yeah, maybe.
90% of coding is writing bugs. No, about 90% is fixing bugs. The other 10% is coding bugs. That's what it is.
So where's the room for writing the game?
There is none.
There is none.
It's just writing bugs.
There is no...
And then fixing them.
Yeah. So yeah, if you recognize any of these levels, they're probably different in some way. Joe just went back and did another balance pass on a couple levels. There are over 200 levels now.
It was actually last night.
It was last
I
night.
balanced all the early levels one more time, since those are going to be played the most.
So let's break it down. What do we have now? We have 200 and... Is it over 210?
It's over 200.
Yeah, it's definitely over 200.
Yeah, about 210.
Yeah.
Different levels.
There is a secret level that, to my knowledge, nobody has ever found. Just gonna toss that one out there and leave it there. I think I have 15 music tracks in the game. A ridiculous amount of art. And you know, the game is still as fun to play now as it was.
I still do have fun playing the game.
Yeah.
I've played it more than anybody else for sure.
Yeah, Joe. Fun fact, Joe is the best Infernal Racket player in the world. Did you know that? Now you do. Oh, we should talk about the title. Our journey to pick a title for the game.
Yeah, that's a good story.
It could be a long story. Long story short, though, Joe and I compiled a text file full of potential names. A couple of the really good names we had. One of them was Shatterstorm. I liked that a lot. That was a really good name. That was
That
Joe's.
was my favorite name.
Yeah.
That was my top pick.
A
But
couple
we did
other
not go
ones.
with that one, obviously.
Yeah. Glassbreaker. Somebody suggested Glassbreaker, which is fine. Except one, it's kind of unrefined because it just describes what the thing is, which is cool, I guess. But you know, I want to go for a little more than that. And then also, it's a game already, so we can't just call it Glassbreaker. So that began the process of over a couple of months, arguing back and forth and trying to think of a good name. And Glue Trap. And Infernal Racket was a name that I don't remember how we came up with it, but it's the only name that I thought of that has quadruple puns, quadruple play on words, and to me that's just so juicy that it's hard to say no to.
Yeah, go over the play on words.
Oh yeah, I
that there
will.
are.
I was going to include this in the trailer, but it's way too long if you try to explain it. Plus, yeah, like you said, I don't want to explain the joke in the trailer.
Yeah, I think the trailer is perfect.
Yeah,
how it is.
I do too.
I wouldn't change much about it if I changed anything.
Yeah, you talked me out of making it like super verbose and unnecessarily long, and I'm super glad.
Yeah, I'm kind of Ed's editor. Whenever he does writing for the analysis videos, for the trailer, for pretty much anything, the text in this game, he's kind of the writer, and I'm kind of the editor, I guess.
So let's see. Infernal Racket has at least 4 meanings. I've only thought of 4.
Take a drink here.
While this ghost is chasing you. The first one is obvious. Infernal Racket refers to something that is loud and obnoxious and noisy, right? So, such as the sound of thousands of glass objects shattering all at the same time. So that's one. The second one is Infernal, relating to the underworld, right? So not only is this a noisy, super loud sequence of events and breaking things, but it's also happening in the underworld.
Not to interrupt your story, but Big Diamond coming up after this.
Big Diamond coming up after this level, that's right. You did this fast. You did this very fast. Do you want to not show it?
Well, we'll cut it out here if we don't. And then at the end of the game, you get to continue playing after you've destroyed the Big Diamond. But the spawn rate is switched up to maximum, so you can't possibly dodge everything.
I think I'll I think I'll turn off that screen shake, even when you're on the pause menu.
It pauses or not pauses. It shakes a lot.
It does shake a lot. It's not supposed to be that much though. I guess that's just a personal preference thing, but yeah, I'll probably tweak it. So that's 2 meanings of the Infernal Racket. The third meaning would be, how many are there?
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, if you believe that the premise of this game, and I'm not saying this is true, that the lore behind this game involves organized crime in some way, and all these glass shops are actually fronts for criminalized...
That was kind of an old theme of the game, but it's not really there anymore.
No, but you might be able to find traces of it somewhere, right?
You can, yes. You definitely can. There was a level called Mafia Hideout.
There is.
And the mayor is crooked.
He's very crooked. What else? Yeah, whatever you want to do now.
I guess I could just do another run if you got anything else to talk about, but we won't finish this one.
No.
But yeah, the game's coming out real soon.
Yeah, hard to believe. Hard to believe. It's been a hell of a journey, I guess. One of the things I learned about developing this game was that when it feels like you're done, you're about 20% done. You know?
Yeah, really.
I mean, that's how it is with any creative project.
This is the first game that we've ever finished. That was the whole idea. The whole idea was to create and release a game in 4 months.
Yeah. Well, we could have done that.
The idea behind the game was a lot simpler, but we kept adding things like the upgrade system and
levels.
Yeah, and we designed 200 levels, which we probably could have done far fewer and done it in a much different way.
I think we were just gonna stick with like 2 levels originally, 2 or 3 levels.
Yeah, we were gonna do it more like Crate Box.
But that's so derivative, man. You gotta do something different.
Yeah, and we wound up doing a lot of things different, and it just adds up.
Yeah, so whether or not that pays off, who knows? Who knows? I guess it remains to be seen. Oh, and then the fourth meaning of Infernal Racket is, we decided to name the character Racket because it makes it a 4th play on words. Not that that's shoehorned in or anything, right?
Our little guy, yeah, he's named Racket.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have a name. Yeah, he didn't have anything before. We just called him the player, the demon.
I guess I won't.
And to my knowledge, a lot of the upgrades have been buffed since our last... oh my god. Since the last devlog. I think Berserk gives you, what, like 10 times the damage now, and...
Yeah, I keep buffing the upgrades. I'm actually thinking about giving a last-minute upgrade to one or two of the upgrades, yeah.
Right. Yeah, it feels really good, though, because when you get them, like before, like at the very beginning, when we put them in at the very beginning, they felt good, but they didn't feel OP or super strong or super valuable. Now they all feel excellent. They all have like a very...
Yeah, there's definitely... Yeah. They all have a use now.
Yeah.
There's not really any that are bad, and I've played this game for well over 100 hours, maybe 150 hours by now. Well, not all of it was actually playing it to play it. Most of it was actually just testing small parts of the game over and over. But I've played it a lot, and I'm really happy with the balance of the game overall. It's definitely not 100% perfect, but I've gotten it about as close as I could without pushing it to I pushed it to the point of diminishing returns, I would say.
Yeah.
As far as balance goes.
Yeah, and me as well. I'm sure that I passed that point a long time ago as far as getting the things that I wanted to display the way I wanted it to be, making them the way I wanted them to be. You know, as far as like the way the menus are animated, you know, not your art, but like the code itself. I should have stopped a long time ago and just been happy with it. So anyway, I'm sure we've both faced some diminishing returns in this game in some form. But I mean, it's a labor of love, man. People always say that. It's such a contrived thing to say. It's a labor of love. But yeah, it kind of is. With any creative work, you know? Joe's an artist. I like to write music. We both know all about that. We know all about the difficulties of doing creative projects. We know what we were getting ourselves into. Speaking of which, I got Game Maker. Not that I would recommend it over Construct 2. Unless you already have some programming experience, then I would definitely recommend it over Construct 2. But if you were like us, and you don't have any formal experience with coding, like actual coding, they're both good. They're both fantastic. And that's all I will say about it. I don't want to be too biased. So how many levels have we seen? Like
a small fraction of them,
less than 10% maybe, probably?
Well, we can see a few more real quick here.
Yeah.
Because I got the Murderator. That'll take us through quick.
Oh, you should get Second Chance because... Oh, it's in the trailer. I was going to say you should show the new Second Chance because it's
we might have had it on the last... No, I don't know if we had it on the last devlog, actually. I don't think we did.
No. Well, that was before... It's different now. It used to be... Man, there's some wonky code in this game that used to be there. Really de-wonked the code recently. But one of the few things that I'm going to be doing in the next... before the game launches is performance as much as I can. There's definitely a lot of things that can be done for performance. And since we have the time, before the game officially launches, I figure I'll do it then. You know, it's a surreal feeling to go on Steam and see your name in, well, your game's name in your list of games.
Yeah, it is weird.
But it's been fun. And it's hard to believe there's been 10 devlogs.
Did I take speed? No, I didn't. Oh, you're not supposed to be able to do that.
No.
I might have to fix that. But if you have speed up, you can get all the way across here. You're not supposed to be able to nick that diamond there. Actually, I've never been able to do that before, so good catch. It's not a huge deal, but I'll probably move that in a little bit.
Man, it's weird looking back on this now. Because not only does it feel like this was all months ago when we made these levels, it was months ago. But it's been so long that they sort of feel unfamiliar. There's too many damn levels.
So yeah, that's Infernal Racket, the gold build. Thanks for joining us through all of these devlogs, or the ones that you watched.
Yeah, if this is your first devlog or you've watched all of them, thank you either way. It means so much to us that people have shown such excitement and enthusiasm and have given us really good feedback. Yeah. So once again, thanks to all our testers, the Steam page. The link is in the description. We have a Patreon. I guess that's about it. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.